Why buy your next vehicle from Community Motors of Mason City?
Great service from 3 locations: Community and Monroe, Community Motors Westside, and Mason City Ford. 10 new franchises and hundreds of vehicles to give you more choices. Plus, Community offers an exclusive 3-3 warranty on pre-owned vehicles and 10-year, 250,000-mile warranty on new. Need more reasons why? Stop or visit CommunityAutoGroup.com.
'Cause nobody beats a community deal, nobody.
Okay, it's Tuesday morning, January 31st, 9:45. At this time, I'll open up the Sarah County Board of Supervisors. Regular meeting. On the,
Mr. Chairman, I move the agenda and the minutes of the meeting of the 24th, regular session and the special session of the 24th.
I'll second that.
okay, we have a motion and second to approve the agenda for today and the minutes from the 24th regular session and special session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Any old business? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. And first on the list, and usually always first on the list, is Mary. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. The guys are hauling rock for stockpile, picking up trash in the ditches, miscellaneous maintenance items like that. We've received applications for the foreman position. Received about 20 of them, and I'm looking at them right now, so that's all I have to report on. Nothing too exciting. Unless you guys have any questions.
I don't have any questions.
Do you want some questions?
Anything to help.
Okay.
If you have questions, I'll talk to you.
Keywords help, Phil.
Have you taken in, are you done taking applications?
Yes, the position closed on Friday, and so I picked them up yesterday.
Okay.
I'll look through them, and if Tom wants, I don't know if you've looked through them at all, or if you care to, or,
I haven't had a chance.
yeah. So, I'll probably be talking more with Tom after I look through them and see if he has any opinions, and then
Okay,
we'll probably set up some interviews.
okay. Anything else for Mary?
No.
Okay. Thanks, Mary.
All right, thank you.
Moving on to the county auditor.
For the claims here for your consideration this morning.
At this time, I'd so move to authorize the chair to accept and sign the claims presented this morning.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion second to accept the claims and have the chairman sign where appropriate. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Payroll.
I have one payroll change form for Brandon Hines. He's a current employee in the sheriff's department, and because he's a current employee, you can approve that by a motion.
Okay.
The promotion, sergeant.
Yep, jail sergeant.
Okay, we have a pay increase. I would imagine he went up with the promotion, right?
Yes.
I'd entertain a motion.
I will make that motion.
Okay,
Also second.
okay, we got a motion second to change the request for Brandon Hines to sergeant. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed?
Yeah.
Motion carried.
Oh,
There are no drainage items,
some drainage.
No drainage.
but before you is the beer permit for Clear Lake boats.
Okay. Do we have the?
Yes, right here. There's an application.
Okay, we have an application for a beer permit for Clear Lake
Did they
boats.
done?
I believe they have, but I can be sure Tracy in our office would know.
Is everything in order?
Yes.
Looks like it. What is your desires?
Also move to permit the beer permit for Clear Lake boats.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and second to grant a beer permit to Clear Lake boats. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of said motion say aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to item C, is there anything more on the auditors? Moving on to item C, Personnel Director, consideration of resolution adopting courthouse electronic access policy. Tom, would you like to talk to us about it?
Yeah, last year at a regular meeting, the board approved the concept of moving forward with making the southwest entrance an employee entrance only, making it accessible by electronic access card or key fob. And in moving towards eventually doing that, I've worked closely with the MIS department and the auditor's office and drafting an electronic access policy that would control how the cards or fobs are distributed, how they're deactivated and activated, who would have them, whether we distribute them to non-employees under certain circumstances. And so we have finalized that policy. It was reviewed by all department heads and elected officials within the building, including the district court system, and their comments have been incorporated into this particular draft. Before we would make that an employee-only entrance, we would need to have the policy sufficiently distributed and have signatures back from employees that will be issued the fobs or cards, and then set a date for that door to become an employee-only entrance, which I would suggest be done at board action when that time comes, and we would just set a date and advise the public that's what we're going to do.
Tom, can you give us the history of how we've reached this point?
Last year before, we had a security assessment done at the courthouse. And in that assessment, they recommended that there just be one entrance for the public that could be monitored more easily. And in so doing, the suggestion was made to make that an employee-only entrance at the southwest door. Previously, we keep the alley door by Heather Mathery's office locked during most of the day. I think it's open first thing in the morning so that employees can enter that way, but that was really our first step. This is a second step, and we'll be making some other changes as well that go along with making the main entrance the public, or the front entrance off Washington, the public entrance. So we haven't done this in a vacuum. This has been recommended by the individual who did our assessment. It's also been recommended by the Courthouse Security Committee and the Buildings and Grounds Committee.
Thank you.
I do think that, it's one of them things that none of us like to do, but I think we're gonna have to do it to keep our employees and the courtrooms upstairs and stuff, everything safe, so it's too bad, but it's something we're gonna have to do, I think. What do you people wanna do?
Yes, I'll so move to to make resolution number 20. I'll so move.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to do resolution 2012-20, adopting a courthouse electronic access policy. Is there any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Tom. Moving on to item D, center point of coordination. Authorize the chair to sign an intergovernmental agreement creating county social services between and among the counties of Floyd, Mitchell, Butler, Saragordo, Blackhawk, White, Grundy, and Tingley.
Okay.
You want to talk about this?
Yes,
a little
I'll
bit?
speak to this. This is an intergovernmental agreement with the said counties as mentioned, and it has to do with the way the mental health system in Cerro Gordo, and all these 4 counties are administrated, and it's through the administration of these counties collaborating and bringing all their resources together, we're charged to do, so.
Okay,
And,
I believe, didn't Bob Lincoln speak to this issue last week in some detail?
yes.
Yes. Yeah, and that's, any questions on it, or I can entertain on it? Before I'd so move to,
You want to make the motion?
okay, I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
We got a motion and second to sign an intergovernmental agreement creating the county social services between and among the counties of Floyd, Mitchell, Butler, Saragordo, Blackhawk, Wright, Grundy, and Tama.
Yes.
Is there any discussion?
Other than the 1st of February, the Wright and Grundy, Tama. Grundy and Tama were already together, and then Wright. So there's 3 counties reflecting new to this agreement. So,
Yep.
other than that, that's all.
Okay. All those in favor of said motion, say aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Resolution number 2, resolution to join 2088 intergovernmental agreement with Mental Health and Disability Services Network called the County Social Services.
And all the aforementioned counties, that's a 2080 agreement, and this agreement is with Cerro Gordo with this group, this consortium, if you will. So that's, I'll move resolution number 21.
Okay?
I'll second resolution number 21.
Okay, we got a motion second to resolution number 2012-21. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, Phil. Item E, proposed Sarasota County Corridor Urban Renewal Plan. Tom, would you like to talk to us about this?
This is another project we've been working closely with the auditor's office on, as well as Pat Martin at Dollars Law Firm and Tom Simmering with Simmering and Corey in preparing our urban renewal plan. This is really, today the board's just simply taking the first step to adopt a resolution of necessity and setting the dates of the consultation and the public hearing on the urban renewal plan. Your action today will set February 28th at 10 a.m. as the date and time for the public hearing on the plan. Prior to that, the county has to obtain consents from the city councils of Clear Lake and Mason City and hold a consultation meeting with the community college and the 2 affected school districts within the proposed urban renewal area. The plan itself describes the urban renewal area and the economic development projects to be undertaken within it. Area is about 490 acres in size, located west of Mason City city limits and east of Kildare Avenue. It includes existing development in Woolham's first subdivision, if you think of from Brackeys to Ziegler's, that's what's included in that subdivision. North of Highway 122, and Benton's addition south of Highway 122, where Red Power is currently undertaking their expansion. It also includes Willow Point Assisted Living and the farmland owned by the county. As we discussed during board staff discussion on October 11th, which Mr. Simmering attended, the first project in this area will be to provide tentatively agreed to tax rebates through tax increment financing to Mason City Red Power. As I said, Red Power is currently building a new dealership and service facility west of their current location. Again, a significant portion of the land within the urban renewal area is currently owned by Saragordo County. It's exempt from taxes right now. And although there are no immediate proposals to develop that land, its inclusion is valuable because it allows the county to consider possible incentives for future development that could occur there. And we don't need to be in any rush in entertaining development proposals, and we can be sort of picky with the types of incentives that we would offer. stemming from the fact that the county's receiving substantial rent on that property right now from the tenant farmer. Again, this is the first step in a number of steps that we need to take to put this into place. Planning and Zoning Commission is required by code to review the plan. They will do so at their meeting this coming Thursday. Consents have to be obtained from both Clear Lake and Mason City City Councils because the urban renewal area lies within 2 miles of the city limits of each community. Those agreements are on the Clear Lake Council agenda for next Monday night and the Mason City agenda for Tuesday night. We have to hold the consultation meeting with the affected school districts, those both being the Mason City and Clear Lake Community School Districts and NIAC. That meeting's scheduled for February 8th. They can submit written recommendations to us within 7 days of that meeting, and then we have to respond to their suggestions in writing within 7 days. We'll publish a notice of the public hearing on February 17th. We also, as part of this process, have to obtain consents from the owners of agricultural properties that are larger than 10 acres in size. There are 2 of those. I have 1 of those already, and have sent a follow-up letter to the other owner. Then the public hearing is held, and that's scheduled for February 28th. The second item under letter E appoints a representative of the county to conduct the consultation meeting. Since I've been involved with this since the beginning, I'm fine with you appointing me in the absence of anyone being more qualified.
Are you saying you're not qualified to do it?
We're all learning in this process, Bob, since this is the first time the county's done this. So.
Okay. Any more questions for Tom?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'd move resolution 2012, number 22, item 1.
Okay, I'll second resolution number 22.
Okay, we got a motion, second to do resolution 2012, number 22, determining the necessity of setting dates for the consultation and the public hearing of the proposed Sarah County Corridor Urban Renewal Plan for Sarah County. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, appoint a designated representative of the county to conduct the consultation meeting.
Also move to appoint Tom Brzezinski for the representation of this.
Okay?
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Item F, agreements and contracts. I have none. Appointments. Correspondence and communications. The only thing left on the agenda is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.